We got primers, we got brows, we got eyes. What's next? Face. Hi guys, it's me. This week I am doing an awesome video that's been highly anticipated among my friends, which is makeup everyone needs. I don't mean specific items like you need this brand's lipstick or this brand's concealer. I mean a roster, a list of makeup items that I think everyone needs if they want a fully complete makeup look. So let's get started. Now, I think everyone needs a primer for each section of the face. You need a face primer, you need an eye primer, and you need a lip primer. I love to use the Laura Mercier face primers. They're amazing. But primers, especially face primers, are very specific to the person. I like the more hydrated, radiant primers, especially for summer, because I don't wear foundation, I have drier skin, so that's what I'm going towards. If you have really oily skin, then you want a more mattifying primer. Laura Mercier makes a range of primers, so I think that's a great high-end option. Eyeshadow primers, the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potions are so famous and lovely. This is the shade Eden, which if you're pale like me, or maybe even a little lighter, could look really good on you. They also have an original formula, which is colorless in case you don't want to match to your skin tone. And for lip primers, I love to use the ColourPop lip primer. There's only one, really hydrating, just a layer to get something down before you put on liquid to matte lipsticks or any kind of lipstick that you want to stay put all day. Chapstick can work in this instance as well if you're really on a budget and are like, lip primer, do I really need that? You can use chapstick. No matter how full your brows are, you need some kind of brow product. If you're like me and have some sort of brows, they're thick, they're fluffy, but they have a little sparseness, I love to use brow pencils. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, which is my favorite high-end brow pencil. If you're a beginner, I would steer clear of pomades. They are very hard to work with and they can be really, really harsh if you're not used to them. I would really recommend a brow pencil. A dupe for this is the NYX brow pencil. You also need some sort of brow gel. Now, if you are blessed with the full bushy brows and you don't have any sparseness, I still recommend a brow gel just to set everything in place. Get them all looking feathery and fluffy and then let them stay that way throughout the day. If you're not using any product like a pencil or a powder, then maybe get a tinted brow gel so that it just evens out the color. I do use a pencil, so I love the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. This stuff is super glue. It just stays. Okie dokie. I think everyone needs 3 good eye products. The first are shadows. That can take the form of single shadow pans that you put together in your own palette, or that can take the form of an already curated palette that a brand has. I love the single shadows from ColourPop and Makeup Geek. They're $5 and $6 respectively, and they're amazingly pigmented, really great. If you want a higher end option, the Anastasia Beverly Hills formula is amazing. As far as palettes go, higher end palette that I really love is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette. This beauty is full of mattes, plenty of transition shades, setting shades, crease shades. It's so pigmented and beautiful. If you're looking for something a little more low end, I love Morphe. You certainly get your bang for your buck here. They're famous for these huge palettes with 35 eyeshadows in them. How beautiful is that? I'm pretty sure I paid $22 for this palette. They're great, they're pigmented. No, they're not high end, so they're not gonna be the best shadows you've ever tried in your life, but they work and the value is unmatched. Second eye product are eyeliners. I think everyone needs a good black liner, a good brown liner, and a good nude liner. My favorite formulas are ColourPop Cosmetics for the lower end. These are $5. This is the nude color, Honey Dude. A higher end formula that's really good is the Marc Jacobs Highliner. This is in shade Rococo. So good, so stays all day. If you're a little more adventurous and want to try a winged liner, I love the NYX Liquid Black Liner. This is a brush tip, which I personally love for a liquid liner, especially wings, because you can really flick it out. I find you have much more flexibility. If you are a felt tip liner girl, go with the Kat Von D Trooper liner. It's also a more high-end option if that's your jam. Lastly, for eyes, mascara. Let me just say, you don't need false lashes. No one needs false lashes. As you can see, I'm not wearing them today. If you're shooting, if you're going to an event and you're taking a lot of photographs and you really want your eyes to look big and beautiful and your eyelashes to be visible, they're great for those things. The everyday person, you don't need fake eyelashes, and they're a pain in the butt. Listen, mascara is plenty good. My favorite high-end, this is my ride or die mascara, is the Benefit Roller Lash. This bad boy right here, it has my favorite kind of applicator that's curved a little bit with silicone brushes or teeth, which I prefer to the more like brush style brushes. It just gets right in there, doesn't miss a single lash. If you're looking for a drugstore version, I recently tried out the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise, and let me tell you, I really like it a lot, especially for a drugstore mascara. Is very good. Let's start by saying that I do not wear foundation. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't wear foundation. I don't wear foundation because it breaks out my skin, and I have a lot of freckles that I actually like to show. They look sort of washed out on camera, but they're there, trust me. But if you wear foundation, if you like foundation, get it. This is where foundation would go. Next, concealers. My favorite concealer of all time, it's the Tarte Shape Tape, you guys. Were you guys surprised? It lives up to the hype, everyone. It's so pigmented. It covers all my dark circles. It doesn't crease. You don't even have to set this concealer. How? Even when I use other concealers that are more dewy or natural looking, I still like to use this either as an eye primer or as a first layer just to get all my dark circles away. Yes. A great drugstore alternative is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. This brand is tops. Probably my favorite drugstore brand. I love Wet n Wild. This concealer is awesome. Next for face is setting powders. You want to be sure if you wear foundation or just concealer that you set it. I love the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. It's very, very good. More high-end. A good drugstore alternative is the Rimmel Stay Matte Long-Lasting Pressed Powder. This is fabulous. Thin, finely milled pressed powder, disappears on the skin. Next for face is contour or bronzing shades. Now, it's summertime. I like to get a little bronze in. If you just want one or the other, I would go with a bronzer. I don't know that everyone needs to contour, and lately, especially this summer, I have been skipping contour as part of my routine. My favorite contour shade is the NYX Taupe Blush, if you can believe it. This is sold as a blush. It's the perfect contour shade for me. It's wonderfully cool toned for my pale skin, and I just love it so much. My favorite bronzer is the Milani Baked Bronzer. This is another drugstore option. A good high-end option for bronzer is the Marc Jacobs bronzer. It's the coconut one that comes in the white packaging. Next is blush. Now for blush, to say that Milani Luminoso is my favorite blush of all time is playing it a little. I love this blush so much. If you like peachy blushes with a little bit of sheen, get this. Get it. Lastly, for the face, I don't want to say this is optional because I think everyone should be wearing highlighter. If you're gonna do a full face of makeup, if you have liquid liner in your regimen, you need a highlighter in your regimen, okay? My favorite highlighter is the Sleek Makeup Palette, highlighting palette in Solstice. I got this on eBay for $12. It's so good. It comes with a cream shade, a lilac shade, a peach shade, and a more like goldy champagne yellow color. You get some options if you want to play with color, but it's more neutral in case you want to stay away from the purple. If you want a little more high-end option, the Ofra Cosmetics highlighters are fabulous. I love Ofra highlighters. Rodeo Drive, the Nikki Tutorials collaboration, Everglow, they're the tops. Bees need. Cats, meow. Cats pajamas, bananas and pajamas. You get it. Everyone needs lipstick. In what form is up to you. My personal favorite liquid lipstick brand, the Jeffree Star Cosmetic Liquid Lipsticks. These are matte liquid lipsticks. They dry down completely. They are transfer proof. They're not drying. I can wear them when I eat and when I drink. If you want a little bit of a lower price point, I love the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lips. I like their Ultra Matte lips, but they're a little drying. They're Ultra Satin. Stay a little sheen, a little satiny on the lips, and they're not transfer proof, but they stay all day. And these are $6. There are 3 makeup tools I think everyone needs. An eyelash curler. You can really buy this anywhere, drugstore, Sephora, wherever you want to buy it. A beauty sponge. I am partial to the beauty blenders. They're worth it for me. If these are a little steep for you, I recommend the Real Techniques blending sponges. You can find those at the drugstore. And then finally, brushes. Of course. My personal favorite brush brand are Smith Cosmetics. I have very many and I love them so very much. If you are looking for brushes that are a little bit more affordable, Morphe really does make great affordable brushes. What else can you say? I hope you really loved this video and found it informative. I will link everything that I mentioned below. Now, of course, these are all personal preferences. I am not in any way saying that you need to buy these products. All I am recommending is this general list of makeup items that I think everyone needs in their life. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Be sure to hit the subscribe button below and follow me on Instagram at Lauren Marie NYC. I'll see you guys later.